Hello Taurus, Taurus Rising and Taurus Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting May 15th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you guys, I did end up changing my schedule due to popular demand. I am now going on a Monday through Friday schedule as opposed to Sunday through Thursday. A lot of folks were asking for Friday availability instead. And it got a bit overwhelming, so I was thinking, well, let's just try the Monday through Friday thing. I haven't had a schedule like that in about 3 years, so we'll see how that goes. But if you ever do want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. You can self-schedule or order a downloadable video file. So what is going on with your astrology this week, Taurus? Well, this week we've got a lot of really good things happening, especially the latter half of the week. On Thursday, we've got the Sun in your sign, forming a gorgeous sextile to Chiron in your 11th house of friendships and social networking. And there's an opportunity to patch up, to heal a long-standing wound in a friendship that has been going on for a while, whether it's the answer to a mystery or a chance for closure and bonding and coming together. Remember, Chiron is the wounded healer, so it's kind of, it talks about, the myth goes that Chiron is trying to heal a wound he cannot heal by himself. And the thing about this is with the Sun sextile, Chiron, there's an opportunity to patch things up for good with a close friend, or perhaps even someone we had a falling out with that we do need to reunite with, so you should take it. On Friday, we've got Saturn, currently retrograde in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, and intimacy, forming a gorgeous trine connection to Uranus in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. And if there has been some kind of blockage, whether it's, in paper pushing, or in dialogue, or in availability to either funds that should be coming back to you, whether it's money that's owed to you from a long time ago, or something that's just been held up in the works recently, we could be getting news of a payout coming up this week. This can also be great news for those of you who are aspiring to become self-employed or start a business of your own, as the 8th house does rule that income. And if you have been having a hard time getting something launched or clearing up something in order to get that venture capital, you will find your window on Friday. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Life-Bringer. Okay? And the Life-Bringer, when we look at the Life-Bringer, we talk about fulfillment and growth coming from treating things like they have a life of their own and nurturing them as such. Our job, our relationships, our children, our health, our spiritual practice, those all can be seen as things that have lives of their own. Obviously, when we look at, say, a romantic partner or a child or a relative, yes, they have a life of their own. But the relationship, the bond, also has a life of its own. And this week it can be important to nurture something coming into its own in its own way, and kind of take a little bit of our hands off. Sometimes we try and build a person or a job or a relationship in the image we want in the now, but it's only answering the emotional needs, complexes, and things like that we've carried up until now, which means we're going to tell ourselves we're going to grow out of it. But giving it a life of its own can make something so much more special, and allowing it to be something better than maybe you could have thought of on your own. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we've got the Hermit, inverted. Very nice news indeed for the work side, because if you have been feeling like nobody's been paying attention to you, you've been feeling like maybe you've been obscured a little bit, well, the Hermit card reversed is saying we are pulling you out of the woodwork this week. Who's been not paying enough attention to something that you've been contributing? Maybe it's recognition, maybe it's compensation. Again, we have a lot in the way of compensation in the astrology coming your way this week. Could also be the opportunity to even land a better position at a new job or a new corporation that has not responded to you recently. Coming out of the blue, again, coming out of the woodwork, those are two of the big main paraphrasers of this card, but I kind of feel like, when I reflect on the astrology, it can also indicate unexpected recognition for a job well done, even if it was done a long time ago, and there will be some reward coming for that your way. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Seven of Cups upright. This week I want you to be very careful, Taurus, not to be too forgetful when it comes to how you handle friends and relatives. The Seven of Cups can often indicate a chance to accidentally overbook ourselves, overschedule ourselves, or possibly accidentally not even get our story straight when we are sharing it with others. The Seven of Cups upright can indicate a situation where a friend or a relative may actually end up having a completely different story told to them by you than what you're telling other people. And there could be some confusion going on there if we're planning a trip, if we're, working on a project together. The Seven of Cups can also indicate a need to pay attention to where other people are not hearing your words as you are presenting them. Sometimes people misinterpret what we're saying on purpose and on accident. Be prepared to foolproof your message. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the King of Cups reversed. So problems may be coming up here with a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, or somebody who has, a lot of those tendencies, a lot of those energies in them. They might not be a Cancer, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio sun. They could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio moon, rising. You get the drift. But with the King of Cups reversed, it all comes down to insecurity issues. And with the King of Cups reversed, this can show up where a person is starting to actually feel betrayed because of their insecurities starting to peak. And they may be acting out a little bit in your situation. They may be becoming more possessive. They could even become a bit more spiteful or self-victimizing. All in the name of a cry for help. But the problem with the King of Cups reversed is we cannot indulge that behavior. Even though it is a pitiful situation, it's, or pitiable, whichever one you want to use, the issue with the King of Cups reversed is this person is operating from a very self-involved place because they're trying to deal with themselves, not with the situation they have with you. So they're not letting this relationship take on a life of their own either. Could be male, most likely male because of the king. It is a king here, but it could easily be female. But I'm looking at a king, so there's definitely much more of a masculine type of energy to this. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Four of Pentacles upright. Might be time to take some space. That's okay. If you're in a dating situation or even in a committed relationship, the Four of Pentacles upright says the issue of crowding may be going on with a sweetheart. And there's nothing wrong with taking some space, having a person hover over us all the time, or maybe, if you're a self-aware Taurus, maybe you've been doing a bit of the hovering and you might not be picking up on some signals that your partner needs to breathe. This card is saying this week, circumstances will conspire to make sure that there is adequate space between the two of you. Now, I do believe that absence makes the heart grow fonder. So if you and a person you're dating, you and your crush, or even somebody you're in a relationship with, tend to be feeling like there's a bit of tension between the two of you, it may be because a lot of time has been spent, we're not making the most of the time that we have, even though we're spending a lot of time together. Sometimes the best way to learn how to reinvest that is to take this week off. Get a breather, have some space, not the end of the world, no one's splitting up or going anywhere, so there's nothing wrong with that. So that is your horoscope, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.